Warlocks have been known to strike deals, strike contracts with other powerful beings, powerful entities, be they celestials or fiends or fae or eldritch abominations, eldritch horrors, or maybe a powerful item itself, or what are the other ones? I feel like there are a few other ones. A creature of undeath, or a creature who can never die, or, wow, I want to say there are more official ones. But there are much more variety in the known multiverse of Dungeons and Dragons, and one that has come to my attention that I will strive to wrap my mind around and figure out the benefits of is the patron of the orphan. Hello, welcome back, or welcome to DIS. I am Dissidiot, and you're hearing me speak again, or for the first time. Whichever it is, a welcome, welcome, welcome. I am glad that you are here. If you want to continue living your life, you can. Or if you are interested in this very interesting patron specifically designed for loners, then let's go into it. Warlock patron of the orphan. Alright. Warlock the Orphan, a new patron for the loners. Otherworldly patrons. The beings that serve as patrons for warlocks are mighty inhabitants of other planes of existence. Not gods, but almost godlike in their power. Various patrons give their warlocks access to different powers and invocations and expect significant favors in return. Some patrons collect warlocks, doling out mystic knowledge relatively freely, or boasting of their ability to bind mortals to their will. Other patrons bestow their power only grudgingly, and might make a pact with only one warlock. Warlocks who serve the same patron might view each other as allies, siblings, or rivals. The following is a new patron option when you choose the Warlock class. See page 108 in the 5e Player's Handbook for additional options. The Orphan. Your patron is an orphan, a being of unknown parentage, whose existence has been spent wallowing in incredible loneliness. It bestows power on those with similar lineage, giving them purpose in what could easily become an otherwise directionless life. However, those who choose the orphan as a patron may consider themselves loners for reasons other than a lack of parents. They may be outsiders in their religion or school system, or they may have walked away from a previous life, leaving behind everyone they held dear. Self-preservation is of the utmost importance to warlocks who have chosen the orphan. Expanded spell list. The orphan lets you choose from an expanded list of spells when you learn a warlock spell. The following spells are added to the warlock spell list for you. Orphan expanded spells, the spell levels, and then the spells themselves. At first level, the expanded spells are False Life and Shield of Faith. At second level, you have Find Traps and Warding Wind. At third level, you have Feign Death and Haste. At fourth level, you have Greater Invisibility and Guardian of Faith. At fifth level, you have Anti-Life Shell and Wall of Force. Slippery Target. Starting at first level, your patron makes it harder for you to be struck in combat. As an action, you can invoke this benefit, causing each creature in a 10-foot cube originating on you to make a wisdom saving throw against your warlock spell save DC. The creatures that fail have disadvantage on attack rolls against you until the end of your next turn. Once you use this feature, you can't use it again until you finish a short or long rest. Interesting. Wisdom save or disadvantage. Cool. Uncanny Dodge. By the time you've reached 6th level, you've learned how to save your skin without always needing to rely on your patron. When an attacker that you can see hits you with an attack, you can use your reaction to have the attack's damage against you. Similar to, I think, the rogue has a similar ability. I think it's at the same level too. Stand alone. Upon reaching 10th level, your strength as a loner is readily apparent. When there are no allies or friendly creatures within 10 feet of you, you gain +1 to your AC and attack rolls. Untouchable. At 14th level, your patron grants you the ability to invoke a protective aura. As an action, you can activate this aura around your person, which remains in effect for 1 minute. While active, you have advantage on strength and dexterity saving throws. You must finish a long rest before you can activate this feature again. Very interesting, seemingly to be niche. None of these seem outstanding, their abilities, but we will review them and see for ourselves. So on to the review. On to the review itself. Story-wise, it's an interesting story, although I do feel like it kind of butts up against what I feel like the fundamentals of Dungeons and Dragons is, mainly that the fact that for Dungeons and Dragons, it's a tabletop role-playing game that you have to be of a party. So this is that you're a loner, or that you can be a loner and be alone, your strength as a loner, your powers as a loner, which is interesting, though I feel like it kind of does detract from the fact that, D&D is meant to be in parties, so like 4 or more characters, so this does seem to be like delving into the fact that you can be on your own, but you probably can't because you don't have any healing stuff, which is great. The spells I like are pretty nice. They're very protective and help you get around different things that could harm you, with things like find traps, looking for anything that harms you, greater invisibility, getting away from things, feign death, pretending you're dead so people can go somewhere else, wall of force to protect you, false life to protect you, warding wind to protect you. All of these could protect you or help you do more stuff. Slippery target is interesting, that your patron gives you an ability to that would cause people to have disadvantage on attacks against you if they fail a saving throw. They have to be near you, 10-foot cube, which is fine. I feel like that's a pretty nice little area to help protect yourself. Uncanny dodge, you can, as a reaction when you're hit with an attack, you have a reaction to have the attack's damage against you, which is nice. Helps you survive. This is a lot of survivability, like their standalone ability of at 10th level, when there are no allies or friendly creatures within 10 feet of you, you have a +1 to AC and attack rolls, which is nice. Though again, it is more of you're on your own, survivability on your own and stuff like that. Untouchable, where you have as an action, you can create an aura that gives yourself advantage on strength and dexterity saving throws, which is very helpful for warlocks, where they probably want charisma and constitution as their main stats. So dexterity would probably be another one that they would want, but strength maybe not so much. But anything that seems overpowered or underpowered, not that I can think of. No, they all seem pretty good. Good, upstanding things. They do bring forth the motif of someone who's alone, although I could see someone with the orphan thing, they've left something that wasn't good for them for their own well-being, and they're working with people who will help them become better. Baby, I think she's getting it. Just walk by and she's gonna pet her. Did screech her. But that's interesting. Join me on Saturday as I talk about some lore crafting around this. This would be it. This does seem to be very interesting lore to craft for this. And then next week we are doing the School of Arcanology for a Wizard, which is interesting, more of delving into, so in Dungeons and Dragons, how you use magic, and what the magic you are pulling is called the weave, the fabric of energy that all casters draw from. And so the arcanologist or the arcanist is a study of studying the weave itself, all of the weave, rather than like an aspect of the weave or an aspect of the school of magic, such as necromancy or abjuration or what have you. So that should be really interesting. Let's see here. Anything else? Of course, thinking about my sister's business idea of a D&D inspired bar, and just keep that fresh in your mind. I will probably be working to better my image in these shots. Maybe make the surrounding a little more fun. And hopefully to make my speaking better. Besides that, I am continuing doing my writing. My schedule is going to be changing around a little bit, which should be fine. And because of that, my videos and my writing should be should be unaffected by this scheduling change. But I think that I will, starting soon-ish, change up my streaming schedule from Wednesdays and Fridays to maybe Tuesdays and Thursdays, or Wednesdays and Saturdays. I am not entirely sure. I'm going to be thinking about it, and I'll let you know probably in the next video what my thing is, my decision is. But that's good. All good things. And I'm definitely not thinking of being done with streaming and all that fun stuff. But yeah, talking about my streaming, that is going well. I really like it. The Neverwinter is fun. Star Wars, I noticed that they have a problem with the John Williams, all those Star Wars, like the Star Wars Lego, the Star Wars themes that are very, very common and known by a lot of people. And there's like some copyright claims. So I think I'm trying to figure out how best to work with that. But that is fun. Maybe not posting up the videos for that. I am not sure. I'll be thinking about that, and thinking of other streams to do. But that's about it. Anything else? Not that I can think of. Of course, if you want to comment down below if you about anything about this Warlock Patron, the Orphan, that should be interesting. Like if there's something that I missed that you think is too powerful or too weak, or that you think is actually good and helpful for a D&D party, let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, please like it, comment, of course comment, subscribe if you're interested in my content. As time goes, I will also start doing some videos on story crafting, maybe crafting different magic systems for different settings, or for different characters, kind of maybe reminiscent of Dungeons and Dragons, because that's a good framework of how to make powerful and cool characters that don't seem overpowered or too heroic or too evil. But that should be interesting. Changing my direction a little, slightly, a little differently, or whatever. But I'll still be doing homebrew reviews, and I think that is about it. Of course, yeah, comment, subscribe, click on that notification bell if you're interested in that. Do all the things that YouTube likes. Check out my previous episode of the Sorcerer's Origin of the Winter Touch, the lore crafting around that, and check out my channel if you're interested in other stuff. Come back to this channel on Saturday to check out the lore crafting of this subclass, and next week for the review of the Arcanology Wizard. Alright, I think that is about it. I will see you in the next video. This idiot out.